far. Are we live?
We're live.
We're live.
Hi, everyone.
All right, I gotta find my spot. This girl's real tall, so I had to find this little groove in here so that we can talk to each other and talk to all the cameras because we are broadcasting from your Instagram Live.
So the True Spoon Instagram, it is Fermentation Friday, my favorite Instagram holiday of the week. And Robyn and I wanted to
Instagram holiday, I'm sorry, that's really good. And you're inspiring me to talk about fermentation on a Friday. This is all her thing. So for my viewers, this is Celeste of the True Spoon. She is a fermentation and natural beauty guru, and I'm using the word guru. I know it's not popular to use that anymore, but I'm calling you that.
I'm into it. And for my loves over there, Robyn, I will let you introduce yourself because you are so many things and I can't even do it justice.
Thank you. So I'm a holistic wellness coach. So I talk a lot about gut health, but how that connects to our intuition. So cleaning up our guts so we can live from our guts. So a lot of work around what we're actually eating, the practical, but then the emotional layers there as well. What are we carrying around? What do we need to release? What uncomfortable conversations do we need to have so we can feel lighter and brighter and happier in the home that's our bodies?
Yep.
So
we get one.
We only get one lifetime that we know of right now.
Yes.
But we're so excited to be here with all of you, and thanks for working with us as we're working on both Instagrams. We have my live going, Celeste live going. We're also on Facebook Live and all the places, so we're going to do our best to connect with you and answer questions and take you through what we're doing today.
And today we are making probiotic coconut yogurt, probiotic cocoyo, the easy way. Anyone can make this, and this is an essential eat to glow food to really have beautiful, bright skin and heal your gut.
And it's the fancy stuff, y'all.
Yeah.
It's that fancy jar, we're not even talking about cashew yogurt here. We're talking about that fancy, $15 to $20 for a little mini jar. And here's the thing, I have a daughter named Navy. She's 2.5 years old. Adorable. Little redheaded, blue-eyed thing. She loves this stuff.
Yes.
She loves it. And I know you're only supposed to have a little bit of a time, but she's used to it. So she'll literally eat a half a jar in a sitting. I'm like, go girl, get your probiotics on, do it. But that adds up. That's expensive.
Adds up. And really, I had never purchased coconut yogurt in the store because I had such sticker shock, and I learned how to make my own, and you can make your own probiotic coconut yogurt at home for the price of a can of organic coconut cream.
Even from Trader Joe's, the price of Trader Joe's.
Yes, $1.98. And this is the can that I love to use. It's organic, it's super cost effective, and it makes the perfect probiotic coconut yogurt. So for under $2, you can have your own at home, and you know exactly what's in it. No artificial weird sweeteners or anything like that. And you can always have probiotic coconut yogurt stocked in your house.
Amazing. And this is one of those things that it does get easier as you go, right? Because you can just continue to use it and build it, and it's like a no-brainer. And I know that it can still feel like a project and a thing we have to do. And yes, if you're just starting out in the fermentation world, buy it, fall in love with it, and then learn how to make your own and just do it. 100%. Once a month, and this stuff lasts, you said 8 months in the refrigerator.
8 months in the fridge.
So you can make a triple batch.
Yes. That's what I do.
And just have
Store
it. So good. So first, let's talk a little bit about why fermentation or why probiotic-rich yogurt. So everyone can know, this stuff tastes great and it's delicious and a lovely part of my day, but why do we want to be eating more of this in our diets?
So one really important thing for probiotics for me personally, and what I've found is I'm not able to fully break down all of the food that I'm eating if I don't have really helpful natural bacteria in my GI system. We have a natural normal flora, and you need to support that in order to really digest and break down and absorb the foods that you're eating.
Yes, so getting the most out of what you're already eating, because a lot of us are a lot more health conscious. We're trying to make great choices, but whatever you're having for lunch, you may not be getting the most out of it.
100%. And from a skincare perspective, if you're not able to fully absorb those nutrients that you're eating, your skin is going to be lackluster, you're going to have issues with breakouts, your skin isn't going to be supported, it will actually age faster.
I get a lot of skin questions, and everyone's always like, what are you using? What creams? And yes, I have a great repertoire, but there's nothing in that repertoire. I'm like, this is the thing. I think I just eat so many ferments, and I eat a variety of ferments.
Huge.
And that's something that I want to highlight as well, which is so great about this product and also great about making it yourself, is you do want a variety. It's not just enough to go to the store and get some raw fermented sauerkraut. There's different strains of probiotics that develop at different points of the fermentation process.
And also seasonally. So when I make ferments,
yeah, talk about that.
Yeah, so when I make ferments, I always make fermented vegetables from farmers market produce because there's different bacterial strains that are on different types of produce in different seasons, weather dependent. So you really want the bacteria of the season to be supporting you in that season.
Cool. So what's your favorite like seasonal ferment that you make?
Right now, I'm all about the homemade fermented pickles. So cucumbers are in season, so I love to do like a mandolin thin slice cucumber. I'll do ginger, turmeric. I'll do a garlic one, and then I'll sometimes do like a rough cut, larger, like a lemon cucumber ferment.
These are LA foods, my New York people. Lemon cucumbers are not at our farmers market, I don't think, but they are definitely here. And I love that you're talking about seasons, especially I'm in Los Angeles right now, for those of you who don't know, but I spend most of my time on the East Coast in New York City, and we do not have avocados or lemons at our farmers markets, and it's really sad. But we do have amazing greens like winter spinach.
Beautiful. That
you just eat like, I eat it out of the bag on the way home.
Yes.
That's
Another one good for you New Yorkers, carrots.
Yes.
I love doing kind of like bias cut mandolin sliced carrots. I have a few different recipes, but I'll do like a Chinese 5-spice ferment carrot that's fantastic, or again, just a classic like ginger carrot. So good.
So good. And that's a great ferment too for people that are like, cabbage sounds weird, sauerkraut sounds unusual.
Yes.
Like everyone can get on board with carrots, I feel like. So
delicious.
We're gonna share some of these recipes, and I've got some in my book, Thin from Within. We'll talk about this after. So let's get to the demo. Thank you. We'll talk about, so I'm a cookbook author as well, and I have a couple of books, but we'll chat about that in a little bit. I want to make yogurt. Mostly because I want to eat yogurt. I want to like.
I'm excited for you to try this.
All right, so I have a version in my book, Thin from Within, but it is the more complicated way. Right. You have to use a candy thermometer, and this way you don't really need much of anything, as you said. So
it's easier than making nut milk. If you can make almond milk, you can make just hordes of coconut yogurt.
We have absolutely no reason not to do this anymore. You're like ticking all the boxes that I could possibly have. So let's get started. What do we need?
So we're gonna start with mason jars. Very classic, easy.
I live in Brooklyn, so like this is the thing,
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. Like what do we do before mason jars?
I don't know. Luckily they've been around for a really long time. So you have 2 mason jars for each of us, and I would definitely suggest if you're gonna spend the time to do this, do multiple. Get a case of mason jars and do 5. Just do it.
And it is better to go, and I know this for ferments, I'm gonna guess that this is true for this one too, to use a smaller jar and make multiples as opposed to a big vat.
I make a big vat.
You do, in a big, okay, because
fine.
I don't have as much success with my sauerkraut if I'm like putting in a huge one, but if I have a smaller one, then I feel like I can control the taste and the texture more. But
for veggies it might be, but the interesting thing about coconut is it ferments so quick.
Great.
It's crazy. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna open up our jars.
And
you wanna wash out your jars. Yeah, we're doing it together, it's great. Wash out your jars, but there's no sterilization process. Nothing like that. We want the bacteria around, it's fine. I would suggest washing your hands if, you've been somewhere outside to the grocery store or something like that.
Money,
bathrooms. But you know what? It's fine. I'm not a germaphobe at all. I really would eat stuff off the floor like a random person's
I do eat stuff off the floor.
Yeah.
My daughter eats everything off the floor.
And we're so healthy, right?
I've trained her. She goes, can I eat this? She knows to check, because if it's a particularly grimy place, I say no, but in general, I'm like, brush it off.
It's fine.
It's fine. You're fine. That's always been my motto with her anyways from day one. She's fine. It's fine.
And she's going to have the healthiest microbiome ever.
Seriously. I know. She drinks the sauerkraut juice out of the jar. And for those of you with littles, do not assume that they will not be into this. Try it. Try it yourself. Let them try it. Start them at a young age. My daughter's been drinking sauerkraut juice forever.
Oh, yeah. So my kids are going to they're going to be inoculated with it from the time they're in my womb.
All the healthy guts.
Someday. So we're going to take our can of coconut cream. You kind of have to try different brands to see what works. I found that the Trader Joe's version is awesome, and you can actually buy this on Amazon, believe it or not.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know who's doing that. I'm sure it's kind of illegal, but you can buy it on Amazon. So organic coconut cream, you definitely want full fat. If you use something that's low fat, it's not going to work at all. We want the healthy fat. I'm all about that for skin health and really getting a glowing complexion. I eat a really high fat diet, and coconut is fantastic. Yeah. So kind of shake it up. It's hot in LA, and these are hot, so you really don't have to worry about it. But if you're in a colder climate, you definitely want to shake it up a little bit. And we're going to open up our cans. There we are.
And if the finished product is a lot of fat for you, if you're not used to a diet as high in fat, just have a little bit. This isn't designed to be eaten like a huge tub of dairy style yogurt that we typically will have. This is a smaller amount.
And touching on that, for those who don't eat a lot of fermented foods or probiotic foods, I would start with 1 tablespoon every day for a week and then increase.
Yeah.
Because to be completely honest, if you eat too much fermented foods, you'll just get diarrhea. Like
bathroom.
That's
you
what
just
happens.
hang out in the bathroom and you can watch Instagram lives from the toilet. Who else here is doing the gram in the bathroom? Come on, I feel like 50% of Instagram happens.
I think 75% of people
from the bathroom. That's where we
go-to
want to wash our hands and don't touch other people's phones.
Actually, that's genius. So we're gonna pour the contents of the can just into our jars and watch for a little splash. Whoop, splash zone. Got it. So as you can see, it kind of is perfect. Look, 1 can, 1 jar. There we go. Yes. How does it smell?
Good. So good.
I could just drink this.
I know.
I just want to eat the coconut.
No, I'm like, is there a rum in there?
Yeah, just kidding. That's for the next Instagram live.
Oh.
We should do Swizzle cocktails. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Stay tuned for that.
On deck.
So now what we're gonna do is,
and this can look a little funky, just so everyone can see. Like, there's no real,
oil separation.
Yeah, there's no guarantee on consistency, and it's all normal and fine, and will work itself out in the fermentation. Don't be scared.
If it looks funky.
If it looks funky,
yes. So now here is the step where you need a bacterial starter, and I have a starter that I've been using for 4.5 years, and I actually developed my coconut starter from veggies.
Cool.
It took like 8 rounds of fermenting to get the vegetable ferment taste out.
Wow.
I made probiotic.
You just keep going and you keep going
until it really, now it's just like a very pure coconut flavor. So I have my starter, and I teach a fermentation probiotic coconut workshop. It's going to be in LA in September, which I will link, and you guys can check that out.
I'll share about 2 for my. Oh, and that's our one of our giveaways. Yes, we have giveaways for you.
Yes.
We'll share more officially at the end.
We will, but it's exciting. But my bacterial mother starter is what I use in my fermentation workshop. I got this starter from a workshop I was in 4 years ago, transferred it to coconut. So a whole long story with this, but it's a very trusted culture. It is chock full of really supportive bacteria. No one's ever been sick from it. It's really gut supportive, skin supportive. So, if you live in LA and want to borrow some, let me know, or come to my workshop.
I'm taking some.
Yes, definitely.
On a plane.
Yeah. Hey, why not?
I do. I brought starters from all over the world, so.
I love it.
And if people don't have.
So if you don't have the True Spoon starter.
You're not left out. It's fine.
You are not left out. You can use a starter from wherever you're buying your coconut yogurt that's a bacterial coconut yogurt. So if you have a farmer's market that sells a coconut yogurt, or you have access to Coconut Cult or another true probiotic coconut yogurt. Not just like a coconut yogurt from Ralph's or Vaughn's or wherever you go that's like coconut based. It needs to be a probiotic cultural yogurt.
And they'll have some of those words on the container. And if you're not sure, send us send us a message.
Yeah.
Send us a photo. People do it all the time.
Yeah.
Is this okay? Is this what you meant? Like, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're having trouble sourcing it, we can kind of give you some options or links. And some of them are expensive, but once you invest once, then if you stay up on your probiotic coconut yogurt, then you won't ever need to buy another one.
You've got it.
I will warn you, this is so tasty that make sure to save a little bit, because I've had so many friends who are like, I ate all my probiotic coconut yogurt, now I don't have a starter. I'm like, okay, so next time save a little bit. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna open up, this is a completed probiotic coconut yogurt. And you can see the texture and smell that one.
My God. Oh my God, that's like exactly what you want it to be. It's sour and coconut rich. It's like, we need all of these flavors and these tastes. So many of us have sugar cravings or salt cravings, and ferments, and they're sour and almost sometimes some of them bitter nature is what our bodies are craving to help balance all that sweet and all that salt. So that's another reason why you want to get ferments in your diet. You guys,
it's very satisfying.
It's
Here,
alive.
You can get the spoon in there. Show them.
Oh my God.
Show them the texture, because that's my favorite part. Look at that.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful texture.
I mean, it is hard to not just.
I know. All you want to do is eat it.
And that's a tip too. You do not want to eat it out of the jars because you have bacteria in your mouth and you do not want them having a party with the bacteria in the jar. You want this to be the supportive bacteria that help feed the probiotics in your microbiome.
Yes.
There is some science here, so. Yeah.
And this bacterial strain is actually so strong that you could probably get away with it. We don't suggest that, but I've been known to do that a time or two with some jars at home. But, so we're gonna do just a spoonful of the probiotic coconut. You don't even need to use that much. It's almost like you're wasting the delicious
Don't do it, right.
coconut.
So does that look good? Okay,
sure.
so I've got a nice spoonful
Just
here.
a little
one
bit,
for
just
you.
chuck it in there.
One for you.
Beautiful. So this bacteria is going to inoculate and it's going to grow.
Do I get to do this now?
Yes.
Oh.
Try it.
Oh my god.
I'll taste.
Oh my god.
It's good, right?
Oh my god. It's better
like
than
my
the jarred
favorite.
stuff. It's better.
I love it.
It's better.
Yeah.
Well, anything homemade is typically gonna, when you nail something like that, it's fresh.
Yeah. So all you do,
I know. New spoon, putting this one away.
I'm like, I want to eat
over here.
I will go into my fridge at all times of the day and do this and adding
like
this. I put on my smoothie bowls every single morning. It is the
So good.
best to kind of balance out, like you said, a sweet.
And just when you want a little something, just get a little, like some, you just want a little something. You're not really hungry. You don't want a snack. You don't need something to package. You're like not in the mood for chocolate. Like this is that little, like it just, on your palate, it hits those notes. And again, helps balance everything in your body.
Oh yeah, it is the jam. I can't wait for you loves to try this. So then all you're gonna do is you're gonna lid up your mason jar. And you don't even have to do this, but it's kind of fun, so why not? So just give it a little
arm workout.
So you shake it.
And you have to feel like you're doing something. This is like too easy.
It's too easy.
You're like, I need to do something here.
Okay, shake it.
We shook.
So all you're gonna do now is you're gonna store this in a cool, dark place. The thing about coconut is it ferments so quickly that if you left it out in the sun in the summer, it would explode, first of all. It would definitely blow up, probably. But you definitely want to keep it somewhere that's cool, dry. I would put a paper towel or some sort of rag or something underneath it because it's rare with a one-day ferment, but they can kind of,
They're alive. It's alive. We have a question. Someone said, does it have a strong coconut flavor?
Yes.
Yes, it does. If your coconut's not your thing, this probably is not your thing. However, to me, it doesn't taste like, it tastes like coconut cream, not coconut shreds or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It has a slightly different note of coconut. So I would say it's worth trying.
Right.
It's
not like a toasted coconut, like a really, really harsh
like what you would taste in a cookie. It doesn't taste like that.
Yeah.
A coconut cookie.
It's really good.
So would that be in the cabinet, like in the
I store mine in a cabinet. Yep, 100%. And then it's a one-day ferment time. I would set a reminder on your phone because if you forget about it and you leave it for multiple days, it will go rancid really quickly.
Yeah.
So on the second day,
I'll yell back at you.
it just doesn't taste good. It tastes like it's over. That copra, I don't know if you know what copra is. It's dried coconut. They actually turn it into soaps and different products like that. So it's like
it's not for consuming at that point.
No.
A couple more questions. How long does it last before it goes bad? So it's 8 months once this is done in the refrigerator.
Yes.
And what size are the mason jars? And how much starter was just a spoonful? You just need a nice spoonful.
Like
what size are these? I forget. 3 cups, I think? I think those are 3 cups.
These are actually the normal size. Mason jars are just wider mouth.
1
mason
cup.
jars.
Oh, 2. It's like, I think it's just under 2 cups. So either between 1.5 to 2 cups.
2 cups.
Yeah.
Just
you
the
can see
classic
if that helps
flat.
size-wise.
Yep.
And we'll link, we're going to be sharing a blog post after this with you guys. We'll link it all on IG stories so that you have the details on the mason jar. You have the exact recipe for this. We're going to share it on my website at robynyoukilis.com and the True Spoon.
Yeah, the True Spoon. I'll do highlights too with side ups.
Yeah, for sure.
So now that you have your 1 day or 24-hour, you give or take. I mean, it's okay if it goes a little bit longer than 1 day, but really 1 day is best. So now you have your 1 day ferment, and it's gonna look pretty much the same. You're gonna have maybe a little bit more separation. You might even have a little bit of a bump on your mason jar because it's live. Again.
Oh, we're back.
Hi.
Sorry, everyone. We're
Wi-Fi
back.
problems.
We just said this goes in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 days, but again, we'll have the specifics in that blog post. So.
Yep. Depending on weather. But when you take it out of the fridge, it's gonna look like this. Robyn, you mind showing them? So it's kind of the fat solids come to the top, and then you have a little bit of liquid at the bottom. and you can see that it's kind of milky colored. That is normal. That is nothing to be alarmed of. That is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Cool.
You might see some bubble action, things like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
And do we want to mix this? Right. We have the next step. Shall I open this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Open it up.
All right. So yeah, it's totally kind of like separated, a little chunky. Smells a little bit sour.
Smells a little funky.
Yeah.
It's totally normal.
Pour in.
So yeah, so I would get a large bowl. Sometimes what I do is I will actually take half of it out and just blend it in the mason jar if I am really lazy and I don't want to get a whole bowl dirty. But pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to empty the entire contents of the mason jar into a large bowl, which Robyn is doing so beautifully. And you're just
Not sure about that. I mean,
she's doing it. She is doing it. I love it. And because this is alive and because I transported this fridge coconut probiotic yogurt from my house to Robyn's house, it's a smidge melted, but we are going to do our best, and we have movie magic of having one that's already finished. So we're just going to demonstrate. There you go. So I like to use, if you want to be really old fashioned, because I forgot the attachment to my electric mixer, we can just, you know, we're kind of wearing prairie dresses and we kind of look like we're like,
churning butter.
Yeah, so it's fine. We work us out for the aesthetic. But you're going to want to use a mixer. I have a 1 beater electric mixer that I love that I'll show you guys in highlights and we can link in the blog post. But any electric mixer works, and you're going to want to mix it. I find that 1.5 to 2 minutes will give you this consistency. And Robyn, if you just want to show them that consistency again with the spoon, you're just looking for a nice creamy consistency.
Like a whip almost. It feels like there's a lot of air in here.
Yeah. And that will start to happen 1.5 to 2 minutes. So
cool.
Just for fun, we're just gonna kind of do this.
Look at this thing.
Yeah.
And we have the question: can we use the coconut cult yogurt as a starter?
Yes.
Yes, that's a great one.
100%
to use.
That's definitely a tried and true, trusty
This is working.
option. It is working.
It's totally working.
So we're blending together the coconut fat solids and some of the liquids from the fermentation process, and you just want to get a nice creamy consistency. And this isn't quite done, but you can even see just with that,
even just a little bit came
the
out
beaters.
close to that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are there any more questions?
Yeah,
from
go
our
ahead and
audience?
ask questions. And then we're gonna talk about our giveaways in just one moment.
Yeah.
Is cocoyo, can you use cocoyo as a starter? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
100%.
GT's cocoyo, yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I've had that one, but if you've had it,
It's like this,
Okay.
it's airier.
Okay.
There's even more pockets of air in
okay,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
And if you try one and it doesn't work so well, then maybe try another one.
Try different, exactly.
Trial and
And try a different coconut. You know, if you can't get this Trader Joe's one, like
Right.
try a different one. You may like it. It's like, it really is, you have to keep going until you nail it, and it may not happen in the first time. I've even had ferments that I've made, like sauerkraut and stuff that didn't work, and I was like, oh, that was a bust. Oh well.
And these are bacteria. This is live. This isn't something that's every single time. You know, you could have something weird happening in your bowl or some bacteria in your house, and it kind of messes with the process. So
Yes, like the
you're-
kombucha brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, I made sauerkraut this one time and it didn't work, and then I talked to some people and everyone's like, mine didn't work, and there was something happening in the lunar calendar that no one's was working.
So it happens.
It happens.
You just gotta experiment and have fun with it and just try it out.
So we started with the Trader Joe's full fat
Coconut cream.
Coconut cream.
The most important thing, if you're going to try different brands of coconut cream, is to buy organic. So if you have pesticides and things in your coconut cream, it might kill the bacteria and it might not work. So it is essential to buy organic.
It's scentsy. It's a little sensitive.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that can be used as a starter?
I would stick with a probiotic coconut.
It's just gonna be more of a guarantee.
Yeah, especially for this recipe. There's plenty of recipes online, or you can try Robyn's recipe and you can buy a starter.
That's right.
It's just more complicated, and that's okay. Some people are really talented in the kitchen and they're willing to spend an afternoon to figure it out, and then they'll have the skill for life. So you can try different recipes. With this really simple, like the Lazy Girl True Spoon version, this is what it is.
Yeah, and this is great. And I didn't put this in my book, so for those of you who don't know, my recent book is Thin from Within, came out in February.
Beautiful.
And it is a holistic digestive health weight loss guide, but my definition of weight loss, which is more about emotional weight than a number on the scales. And when creating cookbooks or books like this, since it's not just about fermentation and it's about so much more, I had to make sure that it would hold up on the shelves for 10 years, 15 years, for example.
Yeah.
And I couldn't use a starter name for, you know, or a supplement. So I went with the recipe for this homemade coconut yogurt that is very foolproof no matter where you live in the world. It uses a candy timer, so you definitely can use this. If you feel more comfortable in the kitchen doing something like this, or, you know, this is great, but I don't know that the coconut cult products are going to be around in however many years.
You have to track us down physically.
Yeah.
Because
See what we're
the two
doing
of us
in
will
10
still
years.
be making.
I know, seriously.
Well, we still make it for men,
Seriously.
don't worry.
So we're gonna link about the book. Do you want to share a little bit? Did we complete that? So that goes in the, so once you mix it, it goes in the fridge.
Yep, so this is silicone spoon. So once you complete this and you get this beautiful texture, ooh, I wish we had taste-o-vision and we could just feed all of you.
Smell, I love the smell.
It smells so good. So this will store in the fridge for up to 8 months, and you will notice a little bit of natural separation. All you have to do is put your spoon in it and stir it.
And it's fine, the liquid on the bottom, it's totally fine.
And you'll notice more liquid on the top when you store it in the fridge. But if you want a really thick yogurt, and some people like it even thicker than this, like, you know, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good test right there, but if you want it thicker, just pour out the water on the top instead of mixing it back in.
Yeah, and I like it like this. I personally don't love when it's like coconut solid, like, but some people do, like they like that style.
Right.
And I would say with that style, I use it for different things. Like I don't eat it like a power parfait for breakfast, which is my amped up yogurt bowl in my book. I eat it more on, like, I add it to pasta. And like to make like a cream sauce, for example. So I think of it more that way,
like
but you
Thai
can make that
food.
too. Yes, exactly.
So
more like probiotic rich, but then don't cook it because you're gonna add in after. The bacteria is live. You can use live probiotics from a fridge, just open up the capsule. Yes, that's another way that you can do it. That's not this recipe specifically, but definitely those are great also.
Yeah,
is 1 day, 24 hours, yes.
Yep.
Great questions. I think that's it. So. Giveaways.
Yes.
We are giving away some fun things. So for LA.
Yes, so for LA, we have on September 8th, which is a Saturday, I'm going to be hosting a probiotic yogurt class and cocoyo parfait party at the Sage Wellness Space on Abbot Kinney. And I am so excited. It's almost completely sold out, so I'm giving away one of the workshop tickets so you can come learn how to make probiotic coconut yogurt from me and just collaborate with like-minded fermentation goddesses and hang out and get this exact mother starter and get to make parfaits too.
And a copy of my book. I'm going to leave a copy with Celeste to gift for that person as well. And then for an international, so we have two. So that's one for the LA people.
LA babes.
And then for national and international, I have a meal prep workshop, the Thin from Within meal prep workshop.
I'm trying to get on this.
So
I'm so excited for
It's
this.
an amazing digital course, very straightforward. I'm not teaching you how to chop an onion. I'm not wasting your time like that. It's literally how I do meal prep, walking you through frame of mind, things you can keep in the pantry, how to make it simple. If you're someone that can't meal prep for 3 to 5 hours on the weekend, how you can do a little bit as you go. And I sort of talk you through all that and kind of all my hacks. So I'm going to give you access to my meal prep workshop, and that will be the second giveaway as well. And how can they enter to win the giveaways?
We'll have all the instructions up for you. We'll let you know.
We're going to share about that, but we know you were here. We'll have a little way that we know you guys were watching this and that you can be entered for the giveaways. So we're excited. And we're gonna, if you wanna find out more info about my book, Thin from Within, we're gonna link that as well. And there's a link in my bio on my page. And then for Celeste's workshop, we're gonna link that as well.
We're gonna have all the links. And if there's anything that you wanna know that we didn't cover, DM us. We're more than happy to help you with anything. But stay tuned for the links. Give us a few minutes to get them up. And
yeah. That's it. Thank you. Any last questions? You guys are good? Yeah, that was it. So thank you for being here. This was so fun. Thank you for showing me how to do this, because I'm so the person that just typically will buy it, but like seriously, we can all do this. Yes. We can all do this. We believe in you. We believe in your guts and making them happy and healthy and work for you so you feel great in your body.
Eat to glow, loves.
Yes.
Eat to glow.
Thanks for being here, and go follow, depending on which video you're watching.
Hi.
Go follow The True Spoon, and I'm at Robyn Youkilis. And thanks again for being here. Bye, everybody. Bye. Little stops.